What's up, guys? Welcome to Drum for Jesus. If this is your first time here, welcome. Glad you found this channel. And we're going to talk about so much. This channel really is for people that want to learn how to master the drums. I'm Daniel. My solo project is called Hope Bloom. I hope you check it out on Spotify. If you're a drummer, you're probably going to like this music. But today, hey, let's talk about music notation and being able to follow a lead sheet. It's not the most necessary skill, but it will take you from, hey, that was like pretty good to like, that was excellent. I think the best way I can even relay this is through a story, which is we just finished up Easter at our church, where I am the worship leader for one of our services, one of our masses. And it was a beautiful, beautiful 4-day event. And for the first 3 days leading up to Easter Sunday was the Triduum, and I was performing with the choir. And there's no music. There's no drum music. There's no drum parts for the choir, right? But they invited me to come play. They had 2 guitars, they had a bass player, piano player, large choir, flute. It was really a lot of fun. So there was a lot going on that stage. And being able to read the music, although I could have felt my way through the entire set, and that's actually how I went about the rehearsals because I was being too lazy. Probably shouldn't have gone about it that way, or the rehearsal. There was one rehearsal. I just kind of showed up and just kind of had some fun and sort of figured out what I was thinking I'd do song by song. And then when it actually came down to it, though, it's like, okay, you know what? Like, let me get out the music. I'm going to follow along with what's going on. And it was super professional. And I was practicing with the music in between the rehearsal and the actual days of the performance as well. And there was one song that we did that goes from time signature to time signature. It's in, 5/8 at times. It goes into 7/8 briefly, and then it's into 4, then it moves into 3. And it's all over the place. Very, very cool piece, very complex, dense piece. And being able to follow along that lead sheet and being able to read music at even a high level, like not a super detailed level, I was able to be right on with the piano, with the vocal, section by section, accenting different parts of the vocal melody. We'd go into those 5/8 parts or those 7/8 parts, and they were very brief and just like, boom, right there. Just like, ooh, oh, yeah, it just gives you like chills, right? Because it's just this highly complex, dense, weird stuff, but everything is just like tight, super tight. And there's no way I could have done that at the level that I did it without being able to read music. At least a reasonable level. I wasn't having to read like super detailed, crazy snare drum parts or something like that. But just knowing your basic quarter note, eighth notes, 16th notes, triplets, and being able to follow a lead sheet, hugely, hugely beneficial. Hugely beneficial. So, and then also when I'm playing along with the band that I play with, I don't play with the choir normally. We have a band as well. Until I've memorized the song, which I want to do. My goal is to always memorize the song and be able to put the music away. But until I get to that point, I'm following along, whether it's a lead sheet or if it's actual music. Either way, both have their benefits. Following along on the music, I know exactly where we are. I know where we're going. One of the things we do as a band too is actually that I do for the band is I write down the road maps and I paste those onto the sets. So it's like, okay, we go intro, then verse 1, then chorus, then verse 2, and then chorus, and then bridge 3 times, and then chorus, and then outro. Like, just made that up. That's just a random roadmap potentially for a song. And, all the songs can be a little bit different. Maybe we repeat the first chorus on one song, but we don't repeat the first chorus on another song, but we repeat the second chorus. But we don't do that on the previous song. So keeping those little details straight can be a lot, but we collaborate on the arrangement, and I'm I'm taking notes during rehearsal. And then when it comes to send out the set list to everybody, I put the roadmap on there below the song of what we're doing. And then I'm paying very close attention to the roadmap. I'm following the lead sheet, and all is good. If we're making changes, the changes are made, and we move forward from there. So it's really clean. It's really precise. It allows me to just have fun. Like, that's the thing. The more information that you can glean off of the roadmaps or the set list or the music, the more fun you can have, the more freedom you have. It's like sometimes you need more restraint to be more free. Sin is that way, right? If you can restrain sin, you're more free. If you can restrain confusion, you're more free on the drums. If you can restrain being unsure about what are we going into the bridge here? Or is there another chorus? Which way are we going? If we're going back into the chorus, I'm going to play a different fill than if we're going into the bridge. And depending on if the bridge goes up in intensity or goes down in intensity, that's going to dictate the fill too. So, and then once the band starts to play together for a while, you can start leading them and you can start cueing them into hey, you guys, you know where we're going, right? Because they recognize the kind of fill and where you're pushing them, the energy that you're giving out to them, and they will respond in kind. So, yeah, long story short, spend the time to build a good foundation. A lot of what I do talk about on this channel is building a great foundation that you can practice for the rest of your life. Like, a lot of these topics that we cover are things that you'll just be sort of working on for the rest of your life, things that you'll be constantly returning to. At least that's how it is for me. Because they're things that you want to constantly grow in and just get better at and get more comfortable in. And the more that you can do that, the more freedom you're going to have, the more fun you're going to have, the more you're going to be able to lead a band, the more confidence you're going to have. And people like playing with a confident drummer. People like playing with a drummer that plays at an appropriate volume level. You're not playing too quietly. I get into that on the interdynamics video. I'd highly suggest you check out that interdynamics video. We talk a lot about the dynamics between the different limbs for the drummer, how important that is, and how amateur drummers really, most of them aren't even thinking about that in the littlest bit. So I'd highly recommend that video. If I forget to put it in the description, which I probably will, somebody put a comment and I will link it, get you the link and get into the description. If you guys want to help me out with that, that'd be awesome. So yeah, we'll leave that there. I hope this encourages you today to go lay that foundation of reading music. You can start with a simple snare drum book. I've mentioned this book before. It's called Progressive Steps to Syncopation for the Modern Drummer by Ted Reed. It's this blue book. Go check it out. Till next time, check out Hope Bloom if you're looking for some good new music. And as always, drum for Jesus.